Hi everybody, this is my short video explaining how I built my keyboard stands based off of a drum rack, more specifically a Yamaha electronic drum kit rack. So I was looking for something to replace that big heavy monstrosity right there. The bottom base of it, the desk is super heavy, and it doesn't lock, so it just flaps around as you're moving it and get your fingers caught in it, and it's horrible. And the top is just made of PVC pipe, and that's not good either. I needed something that was going to be more durable for on stage and more modular and give me better mounting options because the gear, as you can see, is piling up over there. So after looking around, I settled on building something off of a drum rack. Drum racks are great. They use extruded aluminum 1.5 inch diameter pipe. They are super modular. They're like Legos or an erector set. And they're extremely lightweight too. This thing by itself, I don't want to knock everything off, but I can lift it with one finger. It's super light. And they can be had for cheap. This was $60 for the whole rack here, aside from this little piece here, which is something I had left over from an old kit. The downside is using it for a keyboard stand is you really can't find these are called extension arms. You can't find these extension arms or a way to mount your keyboards, drum machines, samplers, whatever, to the drum rack. Gibraltar makes something, the GEMS line, where you can buy a pair of something kind of like these for about $55 for a pair. But as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $250 just for the extension arms. That is expensive. And I don't have a whole lot of money to work with just for something that's going to, work as a table. That's crazy. So I decided to build my own. And what I built them out of are, we'll start at the very foundation. These are 1.5 inch, which is metric, that's 38.1 millimeter. These are light bar brackets for like a roll bar on like a Jeep or a dune buggy or something to mount floodlights on, like your LED, whatever kind of lighting. And they just use I believe it's a 3/8 mounting hole. Okay, so then the actual arms themselves are just made of 16th inch thick right angle aluminum, this is 16th inch by 1.5 inches, this way and this way, vertically and horizontally. Then they are mounted to these 1.5 inch roll bar mounts, just using these plastic push-on automotive body paneling clips used for fender liners and splash trays and things like that on cars. They're 40 cents a piece from Ace Hardware, found online on eBay or whatever. I'm sure you could get them for cheaper. Lastly, since these are sitting at an angle, with this just being very smooth and slick, any equipment you put on will just fall right off. So you need something to stop it. So what these are, let me see if I can get a better shot. They're hard to see because they're just gloss black, but they are aluminum, they're called standoffs or standoff columns. I believe they are used for like landing gear on quadcopters and drones and things like that. They are internally threaded, so I just drilled a hole through this at the end, and they're just affixed with M3 by, these are 12 millimeter socket cap bolts, like Allen head bolts. You can get these in different lengths. I think this is 20 millimeter, and it's, you know, plenty long. It just needs to stop whatever's on it from rolling, you know, from sliding right off. So to build, let's see here, to build 6 pairs of these, 6 pairs to mount 6 different samplers, keyboards, drum machines, whatever. It cost me, I believe, $100, almost dead even, for 6 pairs. That would have been about $300, I believe, if I were to buy something like the Gibraltar stuff. So $200 ahead, right? Ahead of the game there. So, and then the drum rack itself was $60. So $160 gives me this totally modular, very lightweight keyboard stand that is a 2-tier right now here and a 1-tier. I mean, it's on like a whole other. It's not just some big 2 or 3-tier awkward thing that has a very high center of gravity. This thing is very sturdy. It came with the braces. Now, I don't know if you'll find as a good of a deal as I did on eBay. Pretty sure you will. But this was $60 used, $100 to build this stuff. I used a drill press and a bandsaw. Like a 3-amp, very small hobby bandsaw, and same thing, a very lightweight drill press. You can do this with a regular power drill. You could probably cut these with a Dremel tool, or just use flat stock that's not angled. I used angled because it kind of helps lock it into place and keeps it from moving around too much. But you know, there's options there. I would definitely recommend using aluminum, because this is aluminum, as is the drum rack, and so you don't get any kind of weird chemical reaction over a long period of time using, you know, steel or something. And the big important thing, this aluminum is so much more lightweight, and you don't need to coat it with anything. It's not really going to rust, and it's much, much easier to cut and drill. Another reason why I went with the angled stuff is because it's more rigid, so I could go thinner, making it, again, easier to cut and drill. So I know this one looks goofy. I probably need to get something short. This is just for a little personal 4-channel mixer, I think. It's going to go there. But as far as how sturdy it is, when things are mounted on them, they stay in place pretty well. You kind of use the weight of the equipment to keep it from moving around. And you know, they're really locked into place once you put something on it. I'll show you that real quick. Okay, so this is not a drum machine, but dimensions and weight are about the same. And now that something is on it, it's much more sturdy. I might still use Velcro or something. That just bothers me. It seems real chintzy, but it does have the benefit of making it extremely easy to take off, which is great for setting up and breaking down. But again, you can see it kind of wobbles a little bit, and then as soon as it has weight, you know, evenly distributed, sorry, this is just, the reason why that's moving so much is because this is not tightened. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah. So that's not really going anywhere. So yeah, like I said, I might use Velcro. I might also use the felt part of hook and loop, like Velcro tape, to put on here, just to keep it from maybe scratching up the bottom of whatever's mounted up there, or just some felt or something. I'm not sure. But these are super cheap to build, and if you screw it up, you can build another one. You can cut them to length. I really think it's a super inexpensive option. The actual clamps, where I got them from, these are called House Tuning, and I got them off of eBay. HT 4x4, HT 4x4, and I'm pretty sure the HT stands for house tuning. These are normally $25 for 4 of them. That's for 2 pairs. I bought 12 of them total, enough for 6 pairs. And before I purchased them, I contacted the seller directly and asked if they could give me a discount. They gave me $5 off each box, so I saved $15 total. They're not endorsing me or anything like that. It's just who I went through. You can find these, tons of them, for different prices and stuff. They actually got a little bit more expensive as I was looking around. The price kind of went up a little bit. But yeah, you buy 3 boxes of these to mount 6 pieces of gear. You get them for $20 a box. That's how they did it for me anyway. So there you go. If you have any questions or comments or anything, put them up in the comments section, and I'll try to get back to you. And I hope this helps somebody out, because it sure saved me a whole lot of money. Thanks for watching.